this should be the stuff we did yesterday. It should look familiar to you. So the first couple we want to write a statement, and so that means like a math statement. Alright, so first of all, I know I need 9 and I need x, right? Like that's pretty obvious. When you see, I heard it, when you see more than, we're thinking which sign is it? More than would be plus. So all we're doing for these first couple is writing the expression. The next one's a little tricky. You're taking b less than 15. So we're starting with 15. And what does less than mean? Minus. And so the b goes on the other side. So the order is important there. So be careful with that one. So 15 is what you have for starters, and then we're going b less than that. Ooh, number 3 is pretty obvious, yeah? They're not trying to hide it. What should I put? What should I put first? X, and then what? And divide by 16. Could I also put x over 16 like this? Yeah. Either one is fine. You don't need both. And then 2 times t. There's different ways I could write that too. What's one way I could write it? 2 and then a dot, and then a t. And you'll notice I write my t's kind of funny too. Usually there's a method to my madness. The method here is that I don't want it to look like a plus sign. So I tend to curve the bottom of my t's so you don't think it's a plus sign. So it's not like a super special awesome t, it's a normal one, but it's me writing it that way so you don't think it's a plus. Okay, next one we gotta write out in our own words. So the first thing I see is a z. Remember I told you I write z's funny too. Then what's happening to that z? We've got subtraction. So we've got z, I'm going to say minus 7 just so the order is okay. Another way you could do it is you could say 7 subtracted from z. So when you say it that way, it's almost like this one, the less than one, you have to flip the order when something is being, it's almost like you're using it as a verb and you're saying it's being subtracted, we have to flip the order. Number 6, what's the way I could write that? 4 times y. Would I get full credit if I said 4 multiplied by y? What do you think? Yeah? Yep, I agree. So times multiplied by, remember we have words that mean the same thing. If we were in English class, I'd tell you those are synonyms. Alright, 2 more that are equations, but these are kind of coming at us as story problems. So it's kind of like the story problem we did last, but they're written better than mine. Okay, we've got Sophie, and she is in math class, good spot to meet. And it has 6 fewer boys than girls. If there are G girls, we want to write the number of boys. Alright, so I'm going to start with G for the girls. So there are G girls in the class. If there are 6 fewer boys, how can I show that? Minus 6. So fewer, so we're looking for those keywords that tell us what sign to use. So fewer is telling me, yep, we gotta subtract. Okay, a computer printer can print 10 pages per minute. Write an expression to show how many can be printed in n minutes. Alright, so let's think about this for a minute. No pun intended. Okay, so let's say 0 minutes have gone by. How many pages have I printed? 0, right? It's the same as thinking 10 times 0, which is 0. If 1 minute has gone by, how many pages have I printed? 10, because it's the same as 10 times 1, that gives me 10. If 2 minutes have gone by, how many pages? 20, right? So think about what you're doing with this number. So this number, or this stat in the equation is representing how many minutes, or how what could I write? M times 10. And you can have it either order. So that's kind of the cool thing about multiplication. You could have the m first or second. It doesn't matter. Because multiplication has this property that we call it's commutative. So you can do 10 times m or m times 10 and you're going to get the same answer. Alright, we're not going to do the fractions at the bottom or number 15. So you can cross those out. But I do want to do some of these. These ones we were kind of doing well at. So how about, I'm going to have you try those on your own. If you want to grab a calculator, you can, or if you have your own calculator, you can. I'm going to pull mine off the screen for a minute. So you try these without me. And again, if you want to grab a calculator, I am A-okay with that. How do you do it on a calculator? So you would just type in whatever operation you needed to do. So obviously you don't have like S and T on there. So for this one, I got S. What's S? S is 2.
Oh, I already did that one. Never mind. I'm over there.
Oh, okay. Perfect. I was gonna say, I bet you guys are a little bit ahead of me. Yeah, you don't need to do any of the bottom part of that.
Yeah, I did 90.
Oh, you are speedy. Okay, so that's what I'm asking you to do. Yes, go ahead.
So what do I do now?
So go ahead and just stop for a minute because I'm going to have everybody make sure we're in the same spot. So make sure you're done with 9 through 14. I'm going to pull mine off the screen and then I'm going to show you the answers. So you're trying without me is what we're doing right now. I need one more color. Got my answers, but I'm going to wait to put it back up in the screen for just another minute. So make sure you have answers for all of them. Again, remember, today is not the quiz day, so being wrong is A-okay. We've got one more review worksheet that we're going to do today, and then we have another one that we're going to do tomorrow before we quiz. Okay, so we've got lots of review. We do a lot of it before we jump in. Give you just another minute, make sure we have answers. Are you ready? See if your answers match mine. Again, I did a little bit of color coding. I forgot to put my pens out today, but I always kind of like set out my pens and markers and stuff so you guys can use different colors if you want. How'd we do? Good? Okay. Alright, so we have sort of two things left to do. And I think the first one's going to be pretty fast. So I'm going to explain, actually no, I'll wait till we do the first one together and then I'll explain the second one. We'll do one thing at a time. So I'm going to give you a worksheet to try on your own. It's going to look very similar to what we just did. I'm going to have you do all the problems except for 15 at the bottom. So no to number 15, yes to numbers 1 through 14. And I'm going to check it like I did yesterday, okay? I also am going to spot check while I'm walking around so I can see your work you just did because that book, you already have 2 grades in. They're from yesterday. One is from the classwork, and then, or not classwork, notes that we had, and the other is from the classwork we did after that. So again, if you look in, you can kind of see that we are doing exactly what I told you. Like if you're gonna hang in there with me and try everything with me, like we're gonna get the points we need to pass to be successful. And like I said, not just pass with a D minus,